Hi everyone, so today I want to show you how I made this card. This is a Cascading Trifold Slimline card. Now obviously you could make this using any kind of shape. You could do an A5, you could do a 5x7, you could do a 6x6, you could do any shape you wanted to. So this was one that I made for In Love Art Shop. I used their dies here, and I'm going to use these dies again because I do really like this card. It was super simple to decorate in that I didn't have to worry about mats and layers. You can do mats and layers if you want to, but if you want a card, you know, like me, maybe you're not very good with cutting out mats and layers for triangles, this is definitely the one for you. So these dies, as I said, were from In Love Art Shop. You can use my code ICED30, which will get you 30% off your order up to the end of January 2025. So go and do it. If you're watching this after January 2025, you will probably need to use my original code, which is iced images, which will get you 20% off. But yeah, it might change, who knows. But anyway, up to January 2025, you can use the ICED30 code, which will get you 30% off. So I also wanted to do this one a bit different. So this is actually going to be, so at the moment it's just a normal Cascading Trifold Slimline card, but I want to turn this into a gift card holder as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this card, and then I'm going to show you how you can make it into a gift card holder. You've obviously got space. Now I've actually, on this one, I've actually cut the Let Your Heart Be Light out of the base card, and then I've put a white card behind. So you could write your message here, or if you wanted to, you could put a white piece in here or in here where you can write your message. It's really up to you what you want to do, or even like fully at the back there, you could do a white piece. So it's really what you want to do with that one. So yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so for my base card, I'm actually going to use one of these Storyteller papers, and I'm going to use one of the double-sided ones. I'm going to use this one here. So you've got this on one side and the other side is plain pink. Obviously on the one that I used previously, I just used a plain coloured base card. Now you can make this card out of an A4 sheet of card if you want to. So this original one I actually did out of an A4, and so I cut my sheet down to 8 1/4. Well, obviously 8 1/4 is the width of the A4 anyway, and then I just made sure it was 11 5/8 in length. Now if you are going to do that, then all of your score lines need to be at 3 7/8. So 3 7/8, that's what that's going to be. That's going to be 3 7/8 too, and so that would be your cuts for your score lines for that. But I decided today we're going to go with a 12 by 12 and just make life a lot easier. So if you've got an A4, you can do it with an A4. If you haven't, then go with the 12 by 12. If you're using letter size card, which I believe is 11.5 inches long, then what you need to do is just divide that by 3 and work out what that equals. And then if you want to round it off a little bit, so obviously with this one I've done 3 7/8, and this whole thing is 11 5/8. So maybe for a letter page, try doing this as 3 3/4 and cutting it down that way instead. So that's what you can do. But we're going to go with 12 by 12 because it's going to make life a whole lot easier. So on your piece of card, obviously you've left it as 12 inches long and it's 8 1/4 high. You're going to score every 4 inches. So you're going to score 4 inches and at 8 inches. So nice, easy, rounded off measurements. So next up, we want to take a pencil, and what we're going to do, now you need to decide what you want. So if you've got a double-sided pattern like I have here, decide what you want where. I'm actually going to leave this as the inside, so I'm going to fold that there as a valley fold, and then this one is going to come over and go there to be a mountain. So you're going to end up with that. That's how I'm going to do mine, because I want this to be visible on the middle panel. If you wanted to, you could do it this way round. So you have this at the back and this at the front, and then you just have a plain pink in the middle. Once I've cut it, we'll see. I might change my mind, but actually I think I'm going to prefer it this way round. So what we're going to do now is bring in the cutting mat, and then I'm going to measure up this, because I want it this way round. I'm going to measure up from the bottom here 2 inches and mark. I'm then going to cut from the mark I've just drawn all the way up past the first score line to the top of the second score line. So this bit here is extra. If you want to, you can use this as, you know, for other things, or you can just throw it, depends on what you want to do. So then you're left with this piece here, and then this is going to literally go like that. So as you can see, I just feel like that's quite nice. You know, it's quite a nice mix. If you want to do it the other way, it would look like, well, it would be like that, but obviously not, because your folds would be the way around. But that's kind of the effect you would get if you did it the way around, which is quite nice. But I think I'm going to go for the slightly calmer look, which is this way around. Obviously, as you could see then, it was kind of not folding. You know, it folds the wrong way. But that's just because I've cut it this way. So just make sure you cut it the right way, depending on what you want at the front and what you want at the back. So then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and die cut out all the bits you need to die cut. So as you can see, if you were putting mats and layers on, this piece here is a bit of a tricky. You could work it out. You could easily just lay your mat on, you know, draw it, you can measure it, you could do all sorts. But I just think, you know, you don't actually need to do it, and it just makes a super simple card. When it comes to Christmas particularly, or like a birthday card for somebody, you're in a hurry, you want to make something quick, this is just a much easier way of doing it. Your patterns, your double-sided pattern card does all the job for you. This is actually 200 GSM, so it's a good weight. It's perfectly fine for this kind of card. Okay, so before we go any further, we're going to do the little pocket for the gift card. Now, gift cards tend to be about 2 1/8 by about 3 3/8. This is a rough size. This is pretty much from what I've gathered. I've had gift cards in the past, and I've measured them, drawn around them, and this is roughly the kind of size. So I've used that to gauge how big my pocket's going to be. So I've made the pocket to be 3 1/2 wide by 3 1/4 tall. And then we're going to score at 1/2 inch along the width and at 3 inches. And then if we just turn it, so I've got a right way up pattern, so I'm going to score the bottom, and we're just scoring at 1/2 inch. And that just gives you a little kind of pocket, and you should find that between those score lines, we turn it over so you can probably see the score lines, your gift card should fit. It's a little bit snug. You can make it a tiny bit bigger if you want to, but there, I think there's enough room there, even with the, you know, it's not going to be that wide. Thick your gift card isn't going to be. So then what we want to do, because these are the pieces that are going to stick, because this is the side I want, I'm going to go ahead and add some red tape onto these tabs. Let me just fold them first so we can see where they are, because obviously with the pattern it gets quite busy. So there we go, like that. And then we are going to go ahead and add some tape onto our tabs. Okay, little tip, if you're trying to stick red tape onto a tab that's got a pattern and the other side's plain, if you just turn your card over and fold the tab over, you can then easily see where the tab kind of starts and ends, because like that it's quite difficult to see the score line. So then we're going to go and come in here, and we're going to literally notch out our edges, and I would just go straight across if I were you, because if you go straight across like this, then on the inside you should hopefully not have tabs that clash. So I'll show you what I mean. So obviously I've cut them straight across. If I turn this over, when I fold these up, they do clash a little bit. So what I would do is just make sure they don't actually clash. So just notch them out a little bit more if you need to. Usually doing them in a straight line is enough that they don't then clash. But just make sure that on the inside there, you've got a nice neat kind of mited finish, and that they're not overlapping each other. Okay, so then you should end up with that. So this, and just if you want to as well, you can just double check that your gift card goes in nicely, and it does. It's quite a lot of space there. So then what I'm going to do is, this is actually going to go, I'm going to put that here on this side, like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and just stick that down. So there you have your little pocket stuck on the inside. If you want to, you could decorate it, put a bit of stitching, or put some, you know, something on it. Just be mindful, if you're putting anything 3D on it, this is going to shut, so you're going to end up with a bit of a bump. And then your gift card should just nicely fit in and it should, that's as far as it goes. I've deliberately done it so you've got a bit of the gift card poking out, so it's easy for the recipient to grab their gift card. So that is that bit done. So now we just need to decorate. So I've cut out 2 of the little lights, and I've cut out 1 complete set of bulbs, and I've done them in 3 different colours because I like doing things in threes. 3 different colours, and I've used the Dovecraft rainbow mirror card, which is fantastic. So it just gives, and I've deliberately cut it because it's kind of got stripes on it, as when you see it, not kind of mirrored stripes, holographic stripes. So I've deliberately done it so that the stripes go this way to give that kind of rounded bauble look, as opposed to doing it the other way, which I think would probably not work with the 3D kind of, you know, look. And then what I did, I cut out just the tops of the baubles using the gold, and I just stuck them over the top, so you got the kind of a look that they're like little lights. So then we're going to take one of our light strings, and we're going to put this on. And I've discovered that, and obviously you just need to make sure that whatever you're using doesn't go outside of the edges. So I'm going to use this one here, and then this one I'm going to put the other way round, so that we have different things, you know, up and down. So that's going to go there like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this on. Okay, so there you go. I've stuck down the lights onto the front there, the string, and then we just need to go ahead and arrange the lights themselves. So as I said, I've cut out some different ones, and I'm just going to do a bit of a mishmash. You just got to make sure that you don't go over the side of your, you know, card. So make sure that everything kind of works. If you want to do some that are up like this, you can, as long as I would suggest you probably want to put this middle one up like that if you can do anything up, because you want to make sure that it doesn't stick above the card. But I'm going to put all these top ones are going to go more like that. You can have them hanging over this a little bit if you want to, but just don't have them hanging over the edge. So I'm just going to go ahead now, arrange these on and stick them down. Right, so I've stuck the lights down. Quite pleased with the way that's turned out. Then last time, as I said, I actually cut the Let There Be Light out of the actual base card and then put white behind. This time I'm going to cut it out. I've cut it out of gold, and I've tried to leave it in the die itself because it's quite a fiddly and kind of delicate lettering. And so not all the letters are connected. So what I've done is I've put sticky back tape, double-sided tape on the back of the letters on the back of the card before I cut it. And then I'm now just going to take off all the backing, making sure that all the letters stay in place. And then we're going to stick that on the front of our card. And then the little I off light, I just missed that out. I don't know how it popped out. It, you know, didn't stay. It's so tiny. It's easy to miss out. So what I thought I'd do instead is use some of these really super tiny gems from Anita's, which is a Dovecraft West Design product. And I'm going to use just the little yellowy one and just take out one. They're super, super tiny. So I'm going to use the really fine tip on my B6000. Make a tiny little dot and stick the gem on. You probably saw me using this tool here to stick that gem on. I really like this tool. This is from Dovecraft, so DRK Crafts, and it's a gem picker. I think it's called a gem picker tool. I'll try and put the link down in the description below. For all of the products that you go to DRK Crafts for, so the Storyteller pad, the gem picker tool, If you use my code Louise Makes, that will get you 5% off your order. But this is really good. It's got like a waxy end to it, and then like a little. It's not really a pointy. It's kind of like a gem. It's for gems and things, but it's just such a good tool. I use this all the time. I find sometimes tweezers aren't the best, especially for things like as small as that little gem. So this does the trick really well. Any little die cut pieces and whatever. So there you go. So there is your finished card. I'm actually super pleased with this. And then inside there, you've got a little place to put your gift card. And then I think I will probably make a little white piece here that will just be hidden, just a little white rectangle here to put your message on. If you wanted to, you could do it, as I said, on the back of here, or you could do it on the back of your card entirely, but I think I'm going to put mine just in here. You could also maybe put something up the top here if you wanted to, a little something decoration or whatever. But yeah, really super happy with that. So there you go, really simple, easy, slimline, cascading trifold card. That's all the right words in all the wrong order, but anyway, you know what I mean. So make sure to check out In Love Art Shop. Go and use my code ICE30 to get yourself 30% off your order up until the end of January 2025. Obviously, I've just mentioned about the Louise Makes, which get you 5% off on DLK Crafts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!